Hi guys, today I'm going to do a review video of two new products that I recently got. The first being Maybelline's Line Stiletto. Now I've used other liquid liners that had felt tips in the past. My favorite of course is the Revlon Color Stay liquid liner, their felt tip liner. Now I picked up this because I've heard some great reviews about it and I've seen a lot of videos where people have actually been using it. And there are some pros and cons to this product. I've actually used it in my makeup look today. If you want to see the tutorial for the look that I have on today, please, there's going to be a link to the bottom right around here where you can click to go see the tutorial for this look. But anyways, today I've used this and it unscrews like this. It unscrews like this. And the bottom part is the container where the rest of the liquid is, and the tip is actually a felt tip and it's sort of flexible like this, so it is really great and it comes to a really thin point, and that's what I like about it. Because it's flexible, it's easier to maneuver into tight spaces like along the inner part of the eye. But let's deal with the pros first. Obviously it's nice and thin. The handle is not too long. Sometimes I find with some of the pens, because of the fact that the handles are so long, they tend to get in the way of creating that fluidity that you need. The tip itself is very flexible, which allows you to get into tight spaces like the inner corners, or even if you need to wing out the eye, you can actually flick this and the movement would follow through because of the flexibility of the tip. It comes in different colors. This of course is blackest black, and I guess that's about it. The cons though for me is that the color is not as saturated as I thought it would be. Yes, it's black. It does do a great job of lining the eyes. It's very easy to use. But when it comes to the color saturation that I'm looking for, I found that I had to reapply 2 or 3 coats in order to get that sort of a dense pigmented black color that I'm looking for in a liner. So I guess that would be the only con that this would have. And because the tip is entirely sort of spongy, I find that the applicator tends to dry up pretty quickly, so you have to keep redipping the tip into the pot. And in my opinion, that would probably waste a lot more product by continuously doing that. So that's it for this. Overall, I think I would continue to use it. I would recommend it to someone to purchase if you're looking for a pretty easy liner to use. And liquid liners are pretty tricky, but this one makes it quite simple. So if you're a beginner and you're looking for something to try along a liquid liner line, definitely look into the Line Stiletto. The second product that I picked up is actually Physicians Formula, and it's their shimmer strips. It says here that it's a custom bronzer, blush, and eyeshadow, and this is the Riviera Strip Sand Bronzer. They are really shimmery. There's sort of like a goldish white shimmer here that can be used as a highlight. The rest, these here are mid-tone bronzy colors that can be used as a highlight on maybe someone with darker skin. And the lower colors can actually be used as a bronzer. Now these are great as eyeshadow as well. The cons of this product, obviously you get a lot of uses. You can actually use it as eyeshadow. I have done that before and they work really well on the eyes. They're super pigmented. You get a lot of uses out of it. Obviously you get a highlighter, you get bronzer, and you get a eyeshadow in this one little compact. The cons, however, I would say is that the product it's not glittery. It's quite shiny though, so if you're looking for a matte bronzer, then this is definitely not what you're going to be getting. They are called shimmer strips after all. The only other thing that I would say is, even though the pigmentation let's do a demonstration. Like if I'm using this as an eyeshadow and I go in with a shadow brush, just a regular application brush, I'm hoping that you can see this. Now this is just on my bare skin. It works pretty well, and the color is nice and pigmented. I hope you can see it. It's right here. Now the only problem that I have is that when I go to use it as a blush or as a highlight, usually I would use a fan brush like this, or even just a regular blush brush if I'm using it as a blush. I find that when you dip into the product, you really have to sort of dig into it and really load the brush up in order to get any sort of a color payoff. And this is what it looks like using a regular blush brush or one of the bigger fluffy brushes. Yes, you get a certain amount of sheen from it, but to me, I find that you need to really dig into the product and really load your brush up in order to get some sort of a color payoff from it. And the only other problem I have is that I'm not sure if maybe it's this particular one, because maybe it's been around for too long, but mine seem to have been cracking. I don't know if you can tell, but there's a crack here, and I'm almost afraid that if it drops, it's gonna shatter. So the entire thing, like along the inner edge here, is cracked. My mom has one of these as well, but hers is doing the same thing, so I'm not exactly sure if that's indicative of the brand itself, or maybe it's the way that they store them. I'm not sure. But overall, I would definitely recommend it. I use the lighter shade as a highlight, let's say down to the center of the nose, and just, you can use your fingers as well, it's more pigmented that way, and along the top of my cheekbones. And it gives me a great color. It's not glittery at all, so you're not gonna find like big flecks of glitter. It's more like a sheen, and it really gives a nice golden sort of color, and this is what it looks like. So just wanted to share this review of these products that I recently bought with you. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you have any questions for me or suggestions for videos, please let me know. Thanks for watching.